Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
What's going on, everyone? It's Friday. The holidays are coming up fast, and we've got some things to talk about that you definitely need to hear. I'm pumped you're here with us right now because today we're diving into some news, hitting the mailbag, and breaking down what all of this means moving forward. So make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get into it. Big news just dropped. Tarik Skubal has officially signed on to pitch for Team USA in the World Baseball Classic. That's right, the reigning American League Cy Young winner is suiting up for his country, and he's not alone. Mason Miller is on that roster. Logan Webb is there. Paul Skeens had already committed. So now you've got both Cy Young winners from last season, Skubal and Skeens, anchoring what's shaping up to be an absolutely loaded pitching staff for Team USA. This tournament is going to be insane. We already know Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto are pitching for Japan. It looks like Roki Sasaki won't be on that roster, probably because he'll be adjusting to his first year in the majors. But still, Japan is stacked, and honestly, this feels like it's heading toward another USA versus Japan showdown in the finals, just like we saw a couple years ago. If you were watching that game when Ohtani struck out Mike Trout to end it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That moment was electric. That whole tournament was electric. I've said this before on national radio and TV shows. The World Baseball Classic saved baseball. It brought back the passion, the excitement, the energy that frankly had been missing for a while. People showed up. They cared. It wasn't about clubs or contracts. It was about national pride, and that hit different. You could see it in the stadiums. You could feel it watching at home. And honestly, I think it helped push baseball back ahead of the NBA as the second most popular sport in the country behind the NFL. The ratings, the attendance, all of it supports that. The World Baseball Classic reminded people why they love this game. Now we just have to hope nobody gets hurt. That's always the concern with these tournaments, right? Teams don't want their stars going out there and blowing out an elbow in March, but the players want to represent their countries and fans want to see the best compete on the biggest stage. So here we are. Tarik Skubal is still a Tiger, but he's also wearing red, white, and blue, and that's pretty damn cool. All right, let's jump into the mailbag because you guys have been lighting up the comments, and I love it. Yesterday we talked about Max Muncy and what the future looks like at third base for the Dodgers. Muncy's back for one more year on a $10 million team option. He's been a cornerstone of this franchise for years, but he's also getting older. He's going to be 36 in August. The roster overall is aging in certain spots. Freddie Freeman is 35, going on 36. Mookie and Teoscar Hernandez are both 33. So there's a youth movement happening in some areas, but third base might not be one of them unless something changes mid-season. One comment really nailed it. Unless the Dodgers are landing someone like Jose Ramirez in a trade, which isn't happening, third base is Max Muncy's job until he decides it's time to move on. And honestly, I agree with that to a point. Max has been as solid and reliable as you could ask for. The best ability is availability, and even though he dealt with some injuries last season, he still managed to hit 19 home runs. He's seventh all-time in Dodgers history with 209 homers. He's 3 away from passing Steve Garvey. He's the all-time leader in postseason home runs for the Dodgers. Max Muncy is going down as one of the great Dodgers of all time, no question. But here's the reality. Father Time is undefeated. I don't know if Max is with this team past 2026. If he goes out and has a monster year, hits 25 or 30 bombs, sure, maybe they bring him back, but I think the Dodgers are already starting to look ahead. And that's where Alex Freeland comes into the picture. I think Freeland is going to get every opportunity to win that third base job moving forward. He's young, he's got tools, and the Dodgers love developing guys like that. But there's another name that keeps popping up in the comments, and it's worth talking about. Kim Hye-seong. He's a 29-year-old third baseman from the KBO who plays for the Kiwoom Heroes. He was teammates with Ha-seong Kim, so there's some familiarity there. He had a breakout year in 2024 with 19 homers, 104 RBIs, and 21 steals. Last season, he hit .315 with 26 homers, 25 steals, a .917 OPS, and won the KBO Gold Glove at third base. Here's why he makes sense. He's going to be cheaper than Munetaka Murakami. He's not expected to be the massive power bat that Murakami is. And honestly, I think Murakami has holes in his swing that are going to get exposed in the majors. Kim Hye-seong is more of a balanced player, good defense, solid bat, speed on the bases. The catch is that he's been posted by his Korean team, and any MLB team can bid on him, but the deadline is December 21st at 5 p.m. Eastern. If no deal is reached by then, he goes back to Korea for the 2026 season. The Angels have been rumored to be in on him. A bunch of other teams are sniffing around. If the Dodgers are looking for a third baseman for the future who's cheaper than Murakami and has upside, Kim Hye-seong could be that guy. But here's my concern. We saw Ha-seong Kim struggle when he first came over from the KBO. They said the game was too fast for him and he had to start in the minors. If we have doubts about Murakami's ability to hit major league pitching, I have those same doubts about Kim Hye-seong. Transitioning from the KBO to MLB is not automatic, but the upside is there, and December 21st is the deadline to watch. One last thing from the mailbag, because this one got a lot of attention. We were talking about how deep the Dodgers pitching staff is. Tyler Glasnow, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Blake Snell, Shohei Ohtani, Roki Sasaki, assuming he signs, Dustin May, Tony Gonsolin, Bobby Miller, River Ryan, Gavin Stone, Emmett Sheehan. It's an embarrassment of riches. One comment said trade one of them for Juan Soto, sign Cody Bellinger or Harrison Bader, and win for the next 3 years. Look, I get the sentiment, but I don't think the Dodgers are trading Glasnow or any of those top arms unless they get absolutely blown away by an offer. We've seen time and time again that you need 10 to 12 starting pitchers to get through a season. Nobody's throwing 200 innings anymore. You're not getting 1,000 innings from your starting five. That's just not realistic in today's game. So you need depth, and the Dodgers have it in spades. Plus, all these guys can slide into the bullpen during the regular season or in the postseason when you need them. I was on a national radio show this week, and they asked me about the Dodgers being the bad guys now because they're winning so much and spending so much money. And I said, look, I remember the Frank McCourt years. I remember trying to win championships with Odalis Perez and Vicente Padilla. I'm enjoying this era of Dodgers baseball because we earned it. Fans suffered through some rough years, and now we're reaping the rewards of an organization that's committed to winning. So, yeah, I'm going to enjoy the abundance of riches while it lasts. The holidays are coming up fast. I hope you get to spend time with the people who matter most to you. It's a crazy world out there, but we get to talk a little baseball every day, and I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. Hit me up on social media. Drop your comments below, and remember to like, subscribe, and share. Enjoy your weekend, and as always, it's always